How's it going, guys? Spec Hero Production here, and right in front of me, as you can see, are two Hyundai Palisades. Now this one right here is the 2023 model, the facelift model, and this one right here is the 2020 model. This one is my family's personal vehicle, and yeah, as you can see, I'm going to be comparing the two today. So starting off with the main part of this facelift is obviously the front of the car, which is the face of it. As you can see right here, ours is a bit different. For one reason, we decided to black the grille out and around the grille, not the grille itself, just around the grille, just because we thought it would look nicer. And you can see Hyundai also decided to take care of that in their new models and decided also to black out the grill, the whatever surrounding the grill here too, which I find it looks really good. Another key difference are the headlights. As you can see, as you can sort of see on the Hyundai Palisade, on the 2020 model, you obviously had the running light here and the main headlight housing right here, so pretty much the same layout. But the only difference is that on the 2023 model, you have obviously the main headlight housing at the bottom, which is really nice, but the turn signals and the sort of running light are separate. So you have the running light on the side, almost like the new Cadillac Escalade, but you have the turn signals that are for the front. They're also integrated into the grille, just like on the Hyundai Santa Cruz back there and the Hyundai Tucson, which is actually also back there. For the lower part of the bumper, you can see it's got a more square, aggressive style, and I think it's also going to be the same for or almost very similar to the XRT trim, which is supposedly going to be like an off-road-ish trim, like the Ford Explorer Timberline. And as you can see right here, this is the 2020 model, and you can see that it is way different. It's more curvy, but at the same time it's still got a tough look. The 2020 to 2022 models had the same front bumper. You'd either have the colored in plastic bits, or you'd have the plastic bits. And you also had the calligraphy front bumper, which was more square and looks almost like the 2023 model, except the 2023 model has it more bulging out. As for the wheels, you can see these are the trim on this Palisade is the preferred trim. So these wheels came from the preferred trim to all the way up to the limited trim, and from the limited trim to the calligraphy, you either have these wheels or you'd have the calligraphy style wheels. As for these wheels, which are on the 2023, which I really like, I'm not sure what these wheels would be on what models, but right now this is a urban trim, so I'm going to assume it's just slightly before the limited trim because it does not have the full sunroof in the back. But yeah, I'm going to assume it goes anywhere from limited to the calligraphy possibly, I'm not sure. And I think the XRT also is going to have these wheels. As for the sides, this is the 2020 model. You can see it's pretty standard looking. You've probably seen these around everywhere, so there's not much to say. Yeah, so that's the side of the 2020 model. And this is the side profile of the 2023 model. As you can see, very similar, almost the same, except you've got the new running light going on the side here, which is like really big, which is one thing I'm not really liking about, is like the big running light there. It just like sticks out, it bulges out, just looks a bit too big. Other than that, very similar. You got these side skirts right here with like little indents and sort of engravings or whatever. Makes it look more, I guess, rugged off-road ish. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the sides. And for the rear, as you can see, they are also very, very similar. Now, the only difference with ours is, again, we have decided to black out these little, I don't know what you would call them, these little trim pieces right here. As you can see, on the normal ones, there'd be silver. For ours, we decided to just black them out because we did not really like these side trims right here. But yeah, so this is the rear of the 2020, and you guys can see lower part of the bumper is different to the 2023 model. Starting off with the reverse lights, they are out on the side like that. You got the reverse light right there, and the lower part here, the diffuser is, I guess, a more curvy style, and yeah, not much I can say about that. You also got different exhaust tips. I call these, I guess, sort of Wall-E eyes exhaust tips or something like that. They look like Wall-E's eyes or cameras, whatever you want to call them. And here's the rear of the 2023 Palisade. As you can see, you've got a huge reflection bar or whatever you want to call it, so I guess you can see it better at night, which I'm not too big of a fan of, because I find it just like, it looks not in place essentially. Like, I don't mind the reverse lights being there, but just the big red bar in the middle of the bumper looks very odd. As you can see on the 2020 model, you don't have any of that, and it looks really clean. But on here, I find it sticks out too much and it doesn't look that good. So anyways, for the lower part of the bumper where the diffuser is, you can see right here, it's more square and rugged. You got like little indents to make it look more off-roady again. And you got square exhaust tips, which also look pretty cool. Let me know what you guys would choose between the Wall-E eyes exhaust tips or a plain square exhaust tips. I also wanted to show you guys the difference of the keys. This is the pre-facelift model. You can see it doesn't look too bad, really nice. And you also got the new facelifted model keys, which are a lot better, I find. They look a lot nicer. I know for a fact that on the higher trim models, you will have more buttons here, and those buttons, those extra buttons, will have the option to move your car forward and backwards in case you're stuck in a tight space. So yeah, that's the keys. As for the interior, as you can see, rather normal interior. This is the pre-facelift model, so the 2020, and I'm gonna show you guys. This is the steering wheel for the 2020 model, which is different for the 2023 model, as well as you guys can see the air vents here, and as well as the buttons here. For the most part, that's really it. That's different from the 2023 to the 2020. Also, another thing which is hard to see right now because of the lighting, the 2020 and 2022 models, they had the optional, I guess, 8-inch touchscreen or whatever. On the 2023 models, all models will come with a 12-inch touchscreen, if I'm not mistaken, which is a good thing because I'm not too big of a fan of the 8-inch touchscreen. And here's the new interior, I guess, or the interior of the facelifted model, as you can see. So, as I said, pointing out the steering wheel, it's got the new Hyundai style steering wheel, which Genesis actually also has. They've got like this style steering wheels, which Genesis is a brand of Hyundai. Yeah, so actually almost the same as Audi steering wheels too. They also got this like little design, whatever you want to call it. Down here, rather normal, almost the same. You've just got, I guess, bigger knobs to turn for the air conditioning and climate control. Buttons pretty much exactly the same, You've got the dials, or the knob to turn for the different driving modes. Same buttons for heated seats pretty much, and everything just looks a lot bigger than it does in the 2020 model. You've also got the buttons up here, which on the 2020 model were silver, so it looked a lot like Mercedes buttons, but now they are in this black. And also you got the, obviously, 12-inch touchscreen. This is, as I said, the limited model, but as I said, they should be coming with the 12-inch touchscreen in all of their models. And yeah, you got the start-stop button right here, which is sort of integrated into the little silver piece that holds the air vent together, which, as you can see, the air vent pretty much extends all the way there, but obviously it does not, because this right here is just plastic covering, and then you got the air vent there and air vent in the middle. You also got the new turning you got the new stalks, I guess you want to call them, for the turning signals and the wipers. As you can see, they're in this new style, which is very common on the new Hyundai models. You got like a little sort of nice crystally effect, which looks really cool. And yeah, you also got paddle shifters, which is also available on the new on the 2020 model. And you also got a new windscreen mirror, or I forgot what it's called, sorry, but yeah, you got a new rear view mirror, that's what it's called. So let me just start up the new Palisade, which has the same engine as the 2020 Palisade, therefore it's only a facelift. Let's start it up. As you can see, got the 12-inch touchscreen, which looks super nice. You got the map that controls pretty well. It's pretty smooth, I would say. It's alright. And you've also got the garage door openers on the rear view mirror. And yeah, for the most part, that's really it for the interior of the 2023 Palisade. Interior is rather the same, and I can tell you that because it's the same as my Palisade, except obviously this is the limited model, and my Palisade is a preferred, so it won't really matter if I show it to you guys or not, because it is the same. So, let me know what you guys think of the new 2023 facelifted Palisade. I know I might have missed a couple of things here or there, maybe, possibly. Let me know in the comments if I have. But for the most part, yeah, personally, it's almost every video I get interrupted by some sort of car flying by. Anyways, yeah, so for the most part, I find it does look good. I do like the 2020 model though, especially when you black out the grille, or the grille surroundings, I guess you can call it, because it does give it a nicer, more subtle aggressive, passive aggressive look, I guess you can call it, whereas the 2023 model looks rather aggressive and very tough. And yeah, so that's the 2023 Palisade. Let me know if I missed anything, and let me know your thoughts between which you choose, the 2023 or the 2020 and 2022 models. And I'll see you guys on my next videos. Peace.